Along with batteries and solar power, electric vehicles have become a key driver for China's economy and its transition towards high-tech growth. In October, sales of Chinese EVs hit 14.1 million units. That was more than three-quarters of EVs sold worldwide. But the sector's coming up against increasing roadblocks. To counter what it feels are unfair subsidies and following a lengthy probe that was finalized late in October, the European Union imposed tariffs of up to 45% on Chinese EVs. Not quite as stiff as the 100% levy imposed earlier by both the US and Canada, but enough to throw its export strategy off course.
There's going to be likely much more pressure for Southeast Asia to export to Southeast Asia, to Japan, to Korea, to Australia, but those markets, added all together, still don't equal the EU or the United States.
Exports have remained resilient despite weakness in other areas of the Chinese economy. That's partly been attributed to front-loading. Businesses concerned about tariff risks from the incoming US administration have been speeding up orders to beat any new policy that might make it even more expensive to buy Chinese goods. And the EV industry is just one of several Chinese sectors facing protectionist measures. Last week, the Commerce Ministry said it was concerned about a series of trade investigations targeting China and warned it would follow up to protect the rights and interests of its businesses. How it handles US President-elect Donald Trump and a possible trade war is another matter. Analysts predict Beijing could respond with aggressive countermeasures.
It's here.
Days before the US election, it fired a warning shot sanctioning Skydio, the US's biggest drone manufacturer, and severed access to essential battery supplies. The message: we'll go down swinging. And economists warn any tariffs the Trump administration imposes will carry consequences for Americans.
China is the main provider for most of consumer goods and industrial inputs. So there is a limit on how far those tariffs can go. And over time, when people feel the pressure from inflation, there will be a political response, even in the US.
Yet China appears to be gaining ground in another high-tech industry. Last month, smartphone maker Huawei launched its Mate 70 series featuring AI-enabled functions and the ability to connect with electric cars, smart speakers and watches. Experts say it's designed to compete directly with the iPhone in China. More significantly, it could signal further gains in the development of microchips in China, key to advancing everything from consumer technology to military superiority. Patrick Falk, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.